physicists suspected that something wasn't quite right with quantum mechanics. Perhaps the theory was incomplete, or we weren't really thinking about entanglement in the right way. For example, for two particles to be entangled, they'd typically be entangled in close proximity to each other. So at this moment in time, the particles would have the opportunity to exchange some kind of information. Perhaps the particles have taken on their spin identities at this moment, where one particle has one spin orientation and the other particle takes on the opposite orientation. The information would be hidden from us until we make the measurement to determine the orientation of either particle. But until that time, the actual outcome of the measurement would seem random to us. Furthermore, if we now separate the particles far apart in space, both particles would still retain that secret hidden state information. Now, someone measures one of the particles and determines its spin orientation. Clearly, that person would now also know the spin of the other particle, which is in the opposite orientation. So we have an explanation here that is not so out of the ordinary. There was no instantaneous assignment of a particle state across a vast distance. The particle already had a state, and the problem was with us and a lack of our information. We just didn't know the state until we did our measurement. In this situation, we say that the particles have hidden variables, which are completely deterministic but unknown to us. A similar such argument was made in the first half of the 20th century, and the argument seemed logical. It was a powerful argument because it appealed to common intuition and it didn't violate the known laws of physics. This argument also implied that the behavior of particles is determined locally from other nearby particles and the environment around them. There didn't have to be a spooky, unexplainable action from afar. Although plausible, this explanation or the quantum mechanical explanation were essentially philosophical. There wasn't really definitive proof one way or the other.